A millionaire watched his girlfriend humiliate the maid, but what he did in front of all the guests turned the entire party upside down. Gasps rippled across the terrace the moment Vanessa's sharp laughter shattered the calm of the late afternoon. Conversations stopped in mid-sentence, champagne glasses froze in the air, and every head turned toward the source of the sound. Rosa, the small and quiet maid, stood at the edge of the gathering, frozen in place with an overstuffed trash bag hanging from her tired hands. She was always invisible, moving silently, unnoticed, until Vanessa chose to drag her into the spotlight. Pointing at her like something worthless, Vanessa sneered, "Look at her. All her value is in that bag." A suffocating silence fell. Rosa's eyes filled with tears, but she swallowed them and kept walking, refusing to break. Andres saw everything. His jaw clenched, fingers tightening around the stem of his glass until his knuckles turned white. This woman, whom he had planned to propose to in a few weeks, had just exposed the cruelty he never imagined. She hid. Seeking even more attention, Vanessa laughed louder. "She's ruining the view. Why do we even keep her here? She acts like a stray." Rosa stopped, slowly turned back. Her voice trembled, but it did not bow. "Miss Vanessa, maybe I mean nothing to you, but every day I work to make your home shine for your parties. I give everything I have, and I don't deserve to be stepped on." Guests shifted in discomfort. Rosa had spoken the truth they were all too afraid to say. Vanessa's face burned with rage. "You dare talk back? You're a maid. Remember your But Andres's voice sliced through the air. "Enough!" Everyone froze. Rosa looked up in shock. Vanessa stiffened, eyes widening. "What?" Andres stepped closer, staring at her with a coldness that made her color drain. "I saw everything," he said. "Every word, every cruelty, and now everyone will know who you truly are." Whispers spread through the terrace. Panic flickered across Vanessa's face. "Andres, darling, you don't understand." "Hector," he said to security, "escort her out." "No, Andres, this is a mistake. It was just a joke." He looked at her with finality. "Cruelty is never a joke. Not in my house." 2 guards guided her out as she screamed his name, her pride shattering with every step. But the night was far from over. Just as Vanessa disappeared through the gate, a man in his 50s stepped onto the terrace. He wasn't a guest, but his presence radiated authority. He walked toward Andres with calm confidence, his eyes shifting between him and Rosa. In a firm, steady voice, he said, "Andres Martinez, I'm now certain you're the right man." The guests went silent. Rosa blinked, confused. "Father?" The man opened his arms and pulled her into an emotional embrace, an embrace she had thought she'd never feel again. "I'm sorry, Carino," he whispered. "I never wanted to leave you, but I had to disappear to protect you." He turned to the stunned audience. "I've been observing this house for a week. I wanted to see who treats my daughter with dignity and who doesn't." He faced Andres directly. "And today I saw what many wealthy men lack: humanity." Andres was stunned. "You're really Rosa's father?" He nodded. "And now it's time to reveal the truth." He stepped forward and addressed the crowd. "Rosa is not just a maid. She is the rightful heir of the De la Cruz family, one of the largest business dynasties in Spain." The terrace erupted in shock. Rosa covered her mouth, tears streaming. Andres stared at her, breathless. Her father continued, "But her real wealth is not money, it's her heart." Rosa looked up at Andres, trembling. "You still want me, even after knowing who I am?" Andres stepped closer, eyes warm. "I knew the best part of you long before I knew anything else. A peaceful silence spread. Then the guests burst into applause. In a night that began with humiliation and cruelty, a new beginning was born, one built on respect, truth, and unexpected love. At a lavish party on a millionaire's terrace, Vanessa, Andres' girlfriend, publicly humiliated Rosa, the small maid, in front of the guests. Rosa carried a trash bag and endured the insult, but despite her tears, she refused to break under the humiliation. Andres, who had planned to propose to Vanessa, witnessed everything in anger. When Vanessa tried to continue humiliating Rosa, Andres intervened firmly, saying, "Enough," and instructed the guards to escort Vanessa out, declaring that cruelty is never a joke in his house. The biggest surprise came when Rosa's father, who had been absent for years to protect her, appeared. He revealed to everyone that Rosa was not just a maid. She was the rightful heir of the De la Cruz family, one of the largest business dynasties in Spain. By the end of the night, Andres recognized Rosa's true value, her heart and kindness, and a new beginning of respect and love emerged from a night that had started with cruelty and humiliation.